The next is from Abel Cantana. Subject is Disco's career highlight. All right, what the F? WTF, Feeney? You kept my question of the actual show 2 weeks in a row now, and you recycled the Juventud Conan Heat question for 2 shows.
You know what he's talking about?
No, it sounds like his question might have went up on Patreon. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Join Patreon.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Join Patreon.
Patreon, cheapskate.
Yeah, cheap fuck. All right. I might have to challenge you to a backyard wrestling match if you keep this up. That's Joe. Hey, Joe would do it. Okay?
Is that a booking? I'll do it.
My question is for Disco. Would you consider your work with the Wolfpack and Scott Hall the highlight of your career because your work with the Filthy Animals was hilarious and then your stable with Johnny the Bone Vito was great? Thanks again, Conan Disco. Get your shit together, Feeney the Third. No. My best work was in the TNA Asylum stuff because that was definitely the funnest stuff to do.
You mean the sex stuff?
Yeah, because everybody was. Let me tell you something. Like people look at Russo booked the best period of time for the WWE. All right, he did not do a good job booking the WCW. In retrospect, his booking at Impact in like 2008 to 2011 was not bad, considering the numbers that it got. In retrospect, like compared to the numbers today, they did pretty good. But the people the stuff that nobody watched were those Impact 2000, those Asylum 2003 shows in Nashville. I'll put those shows up against anything because it was on a lower budget, but the shows, bro, everybody just knocked out of the park on those shows. Like everybody's promos were good. The work was, everybody worked hard. It was just good heat in the building. Sometimes when the angles were good, the heat in the building was good. It was just, to me that was the funnest time because that was good old fashioned. Plus, we did it in front of a good old school wrestling crowd in Nashville, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? So they reacted properly. It was good stuff. And people don't really see that. I would suggest if you go watch a month of that, and I bet you get hooked on it because that was a good period of time for wrestling for us. I mean, to do as performers. Do you agree?
Yeah, there was a lot of good shit because you had guys that can talk. Raven could talk. Road Dogg could talk. Russo could talk. You could talk. I could. We
would do angles like this. Like Jerry Lynn would, like Conan would bring like the Mexican guys in and say, "Hey, you American guys are kind of stealing our style."
Right, and renaming it X Division.
Right. And like nobody would do that angle today in wrestling because they don't understand it. But like you would have a sit down with Mike Tenay. You would have a sit down interview with Mike Tenay.
I called Mike Tenay a racist.
Then they would have Jerry Lynn and you would sit down together and talk about your differences of philosophy. Bro, it was just good. It was good, smart television.
Yeah.
And I'll just tell them if you think Vince Russo killed wrestlers, bro, watch that stuff because that was next level storytelling we were doing right there, and we were telling good stories because we were taking kind of real shit in wrestling that people get upset about, and we were sticking it on the show. Like the sports entertainment extreme thing was like our whole thing was like, hey, old fashioned professional wrestling doesn't work anymore. We need sports entertainment. We need gimmick. We were just challenging the old school fans, to new school thinking and playing it out on TV that made sense. It was just good stuff. So